Hi again, everybody. I'm Jeff Burr with the Tattooed Spirit, and we're talking about this second card in the cup suit, the Two of Cups. Now, I have a good story with this card that I just actually worked with a client just yesterday morning, so it's nice and fresh, and I just want to tease you with it because it's such a good story about what this card means. But let me give you the generic overview, spiritual tarot definition of this. Twos, generally, anytime you see a tarot, mean unions. It means coming together. Obviously, we see a man and a woman, so this card, a lot of people have associated with like the romance or a coupleship or a partnership or something like this, but can also mean that part of yourself in which you're just getting to know. That part of yourself that's getting to be in a new job, that's that part of yourself that is now a student, that part of yourself that is now a divorced individual, or whatever. This card is about coming together, feeling good about the coming together of either a different part of yourself that you're unfamiliar with, or in the very literal world, the good feelings between a partnership. Okay? Not necessarily, we're going to keep that for later. We're definitely going to keep that for later. This is just two people, or possibly a small group of people coming together where just everyone's intentions are on board with each other. They all have the same ways that they want to experience their feelings of feeling good in a group. In particularly a small group. Almost always a partnership between two people. Okay? Whenever you're asking questions, whenever you do a 1-card pull or a 3-card pull and you see something like this, the reversed Two of Cups, that just means that there's some discord, that there's some distrust. If you're doing a card spread every morning, like I really hope that you are, we're going to encourage that more in a whole nother series about how important these ritualistic morning pulls that you do and keeping track of them throughout the day in your log. Whenever you ask about yourself, you're not trusting a part of yourself that you are possibly trying to change, possibly trying to get to know better, possibly trying to just weave into the world in a new way. There's a distrust, there's maybe a confidence issue, a lack of self-esteem in a particular area of your life that you happen to be drawing these cards on whenever it's upside down. Anytime you see a reverse cup, it's almost always safe to say that those positive, good feelings that that cup hold, that water that they hold, whenever you turn them over, just like with the ace that we just talked about, you just sort of imagine that water of happiness and good feelings draining out. It's the same way with this Two of Cups. Now, back to the great story about how, not only how the cups work, what this card means, and how you work with yourself and others. This is such a fresh story. I had a gentleman come into my office here in the beautiful French Quarter here of Woodland Hills. You really, really, really please come and see me in my office if you're anywhere in the Los Angeles area. He came in because he was having some problems moving things along with his new relationship that he felt really, really great about. And whenever they were together, everything was magic and clicking, and the chemistry was there, and there was laughter, and it was ease and fun, and yet that, tension of, chemistry between them, and it was all really wonderful. But the times after the date ended, it just felt like he was so disconnected. This is how wonderful that not only your subconscious is associated with these cards, but whenever you're reading for somebody else, whenever you're helping somebody else gain clarity about their feeling states in their own life, this is the example. I love this, and it just happened. He's having these problems whenever he would leave the date. He just felt like completely isolated. So he came to me and said, I'd like to know what's going on because I'm not feeling right about this relationship. But whenever we're together, we're just feeling amazing. I mean, everything feels spot on, A+, that's 100%. It's pure gold when we're together. So I pulled out the cups suit and I laid out each of the cards and I just gave a little introduction about each of the cards. And I said, now, which of these cards speaks to you the most about whatever situation you're coming in? And you don't even have to know logically what card it is. Just there's going to be a card that speaks to you. He said it's this. Not only because it's like a couple and a boy and a girl and coming together and offering a good feeling of cup and a good feeling of emotions together. And so we did a little meditation with this card. And I got him very relaxed in the seat. What I'm going to show you how to do with yourself, with self-hypnosis, accessing that wonderful theta brainwave that we talked about in that video a long time ago. And he had a relationship with this card. And he dropped into this male character, and he noticed something that he didn't know that he was not doing in his real life relationship with building this personal partnership with this particular woman. And it's that he was moving forward. And he just sort of opened up his eyes in the middle of his, hypnotic journey. And he said, that's pretty much everything what it is that I have to be the one that moves forward to her. Because every time that I text, she responds back in a flood. Every time I call her, she just can't get off the phone, like she just wants to stay on the phone. So that was the realization. And you can see by this character. He identified with this character probably because it was the male character, but also because it was that part of himself in his subconscious mind that offers itself to assist you and assisted him in understanding that the dynamic, this new dynamic between this person and this woman, was that he had to be the initiator of all of these wonderful exchanges. It clicked into place, all these past experiences where whenever he called to make a date, it was awesome. Well, she had, as it turns out, a thing about just being the pursuer of anything. So they had a wonderful conversation that evening, last evening, and now they're much more on board because he gathered something. His subconscious was offering assistance through this card about how he has to be the one to come forward. And now they are building their relationship. They're finding their own inner strength. She's working with her stuff now about why she can feel more safe moving forward in a relationship. And he's feeling more comfortable being the initiator, and also helping her feel safe by initiating these wonderful unions that they have whenever they come together for their dates. We have this wonderful power, inner strength of the lion. Again, this is another theme that happens with these tarots, this wonderful orange lion, this inner strength, finding your own inner strength in your situation whenever it's face up. If it comes in reversed, there's some discord. Ask some questions. Again, your intuitive state, your psychic state will direct you, as well as the other cards, with your feelings, your doings, and your thinkings about what could be assisting you to be feeling better about a particular situation, about a particular person. Okay? And then it just may be time to move on from that situation. Okay? That's the wonderful Two of Cups. Take a good gander at this. It really helped my client. And it's funny because you may not have ever have noticed that it is the male character moving forward to the female. It's that little thing that you don't even notice, but because your subconscious picks up on everything, it's zeroed in on it. And it truly, I'm not going to say it saved their relationship, but it certainly gained clarity. And that's how I want your everyday readings to do, is gain clarity for you and what's making you tick. Next, we talk about the fullest expression of the suit, and that's a wonderful card. I'm just going to tease it to you just a second. It's all about celebrating friends and good feelings, guys. All right, I hope you saw that. We'll do it again. It's all about celebrating friends and good feelings with that wonderful card. See, in just an instant, you got that wonderful feeling just by seeing that card. And we'll talk about it in just a second. Please come back.